All right, so part 2 of this teardown. I want to take the side cover off. I don't know that you actually have to in order to get the motor moved around or possibly out, but I want to drain the oil and get the side cover off and see if there's any broken parts or shrapnel or anything down there where the oil is. So I'm going to start off draining the oil. What do we got here? I forget where the drain plug is. All right, so there's just a 15mm drain plug under here. Oh my. There it goes. Yeah, somebody put fresh oil in here. That's I think before I bought it, because it's pretty clean. So it probably hasn't been run ever with that oil in it. All right, while the oil is draining, I'm gonna take off this pedal, the brake pedal and foot peg. That came off a lot easier than the shifter. There we go. All right, so these are just 8mm bolts. I'm going to take these guys off. All right, well, it's interesting. I'm getting the oil. So let's disconnect the clutch cable here. All right. Let's get the rest of these out of the way. I'm gonna slide this oil catch tray over just in case. That is not the right screw. This stuff looks pretty good down here. I don't see any debris or anything down the bottom. Although there is some sludge that's kind of gray, so that might be some metal. Should actually, you know, I'm trying to peek in here. Everything looks actually pretty clean. So, I mean, you know, a little bit of, you know, metal debris, but it's not bad. I think this is the sensor for the oil pressure, I'm guessing. Yeah, this is all degraded. Just a plug up here for that. Alright, got that unplugged. What about these guys? I need to unplug this one. Alright. Really? These did unplug. I thought that this was like a crimp connector, but it is actually a plug. So I did unplug these other two and then got those wires disconnected. I don't see any other wire connections. So I think we're just talking about the motor mounts now and the chain, which, man, there's not very much play in that chain. Alright, I gotta put the oil drain plug back in. I don't think any more oil is coming out. So, alright, I'm going to loosen up the adjusters here a little bit just so that I can loosen up the chain and get that off. Alright, and then I got to loosen up the axle nut, which is on the other side, so that I can move the axle forward just a little bit. Alright, we're loose. Let's see. It's giving me a little bit of slack. Let's see if I can loosen these. There we go. Alright, so now it looks like there's two motor mounts on the back. There's one on the front and one on the top. Alright, let's get rid of the oil here. Alright, there are still a few more wires on the front we have for the starter and some other stuff. So I'm going to get those off. Alright, let's get this wire off of, oh geez, that wasn't even on there, off of the starter. Looks like some kind of a sensor here. I'm not exactly sure what this is. Where's the wire go? So yeah, that wire, it just comes up here. And you can just unplug this. Just like that. Alright, now we're going to pull that out. Covered in oil. What happened here? There we go. Alright. Alright, so let's get these motor mounts loose. Yeah, it's under here. 1, 2, 3, and 4 up here. So I was contemplating pulling the starter off, but it actually looks like somebody already thought about that. that bolt is partway out. It's this shield here is in the way. So if you want to get the bolt out for the starter, you have to take the shield out, which might be tricky in itself, as that bolt is just about right behind the frame there. So, I mean, you might have to like disconnect the motor mounts in order to raise the motor up a little bit to get that bolt out. So, that's 18 millimeter. It feels a little loose. How about 17? 17 seems like a good fit there. Loose up there. How about 15? 15 up here? Yeah, 15. Although that seems a little loose, maybe 14. Does 14 work? Yep, 14's good. All right. One. That's loose. I got one back here. Oh, and that's not, that's the 14. There we go. All right, I'm gonna get a jack and a board to support the motor. All right. All right, so on this side, there's even a little dent in the frame here for this bolt, but it won't come out. So the only thing that I can think is that you have to kind of loosen up everything else and then lean the engine to the right side so that this head comes up so you can get it out. So that's what we're going to do. All right, so we're going to take these brackets off on this side and then lean the motor over here. One down. All right, that bracket's out. Does that give us enough movement to get these out? Yeah, now I can get that one out. Do I actually have to pull the motor? Maybe I can just get away with doing this. Although I don't know that I can lean it far enough to the other side, but we'll see. Free. Let's see, can I get the other side? Not quite. There we go. Got the front. All right. There's that. And get the back one out. Yep, just. How about that? Now, what can we do with this? Chain is off. How about that? Would have been handy maybe if I'd gone the other side. Okay. Now generally, you would not want this to drop down. But I don't think I much care. We'll go with that. Oh, there's some bolts back here that hold this stuff in. Yeah, I gotta loosen that. Alright, so let's see if we can get these out. There we go. Get this out. Yeah, that comes out kind of. Okay. Alright, there was some oil on the top of the head, so I wanted to dump that into the pan. There we go. Okay. How about now? And they are moving up and down together. How about that? I didn't think they were moving at all. Ay, ay, ay. Head gasket. Looks okay, I guess. I don't see any place where it's like blown out, although it's kind of layered, but I think they're supposed to be like that. Alright, let's take a look at the head here. So, looking at the valves, they actually look like they are seating pretty well. I don't see anything that is very obviously sticking up. And this is the head gasket. Which I don't see any place where it's like broken or damaged or blowing out, other than like, you know, it's delaminating a little bit. I don't know if these are supposed to be like that or not. But yeah, they're kind of bent up because there was some spots where it was hard to get the screw out, and apparently these were not lined up properly. But anyway, going back and looking at this, so these look pretty good. Yeah. Don't really see anything. Let's pull, drop this back down. Let's pull the cylinders off.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to look at the rings. Yeah, I mean the rings, if the rings were worn out, you know, they wouldn't look quite so meaty, I don't think. So, to me, the rings look okay. Pistons look okay. So, this gasket is broken, but I don't think that matters because that's below the compression area. You know, and the cylinder walls are nice and clean. They're not all scored up. All right, so we've taken it apart and tried to determine where the compression problem is. The head looks okay. The head gasket looked okay. The cylinders look okay. The pistons and rings look okay. So I'm kind of stumped at this point. So if you have any thoughts about something to check that I didn't, you know, feel free to leave a comment down below and maybe I'll take a look at it. I wasn't able to pull the valves out because I don't have a spring compression tool. So, but they look like they're sealing okay. But if they aren't, I don't know why they would just fail, you know, suddenly while I was cranking. I thought maybe one of the valves was stuck. Doesn't appear to be the case. All right, so thanks for watching. And, you know, if you want to see if there's any future updates on this engine, please be sure to subscribe. Take care.